Hi everybody, Lady Katie here, and welcome back to Lady Katie Land. Today is Monday, and today I wanted to do a reflection video. In November of 2015, I had what's called a sleeve gastrectomy done. That is where they remove 75 to 80% of your stomach to aid in losing weight. And a month after my surgery, I wrote down my thoughts and feelings at the time, and I haven't read it since, and I wanted to read it on video for you guys. So let's get to it. I don't think people understand how much I hated myself before. Day in and day out, for most of the year of 2015, I spent it inside on my couch binge eating food. The whole summer I spent inside, Rob forced to spend a lot of that with me because I couldn't walk normal. The weight was too much. If I never had this surgery, I would have died. I would have ate myself to death. I would have still been stuck sitting on the couch day in and day out, just waiting for death to come. I was already dead inside. For many years, I had lost myself. I allowed myself to die. I had a miscarriage in 2009, and that destroyed me. Food became my love, my life, my best friend, and my comfort. I would eat to try and replace the fullness I had once felt in my stomach. And in doing that, I became addicted to food. From 2009 to 2015, I went from weighing around 140 pounds to weighing 286 pounds. That was my highest weight. I felt so bad for anyone who had to look at me. I felt so bad for Rob. He had gotten with this gorgeous woman in 2008 and she no longer existed. For the majority of our relationship, that girl was not me. I developed really bad anxiety, especially social anxiety, because I felt terrible for anyone who had to look at me, for anyone who had to associate with me. I despised myself, but then I would just keep eating because I didn't know what else to do. My overeating led me to develop polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, and now that might make it hard for me to have kids at all. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. I ate myself into such an unhealthy place. I am so thankful for this surgery. Sure, I have my moments where I wish I could eat more, or where I want to eat bad, but then I have more moments of look at you. You are smaller, you are more active, you have no back pain. I am crying as I write this because the change of 1 month has saved my life in so many ways. I have hope. I have hope that I haven't felt in years, that I will love myself again. Being told that I might not ever have kids was a huge blow for me, but also a huge motivator to have this surgery and to really try and improve my lifestyle, because I've always dreamt of being a mom since I can remember, and it's one thing that I have found that I'm really good at in life. And he's 2 now, and he's such a blessing. His name is Julian, and being able to walk normal and run and jump and skip and do everything that I used to do back in 2008 before the depression and the food addiction hit. It's important to look back on. I can still remember the day when I looked in the mirror and I realized how big I had gotten. We went on vacation to New York City to see my brother who was living out there at the time. And we walked in the hotel room and I go in the bathroom and I look in the mirror and I was just flabbergasted because I looked at myself and I was like, that's not you. That can't be you. What have you become? You've totally let yourself go. It's like I knew I was bigger, but I didn't realize just how much I had really let myself go. And it was a discouraging day for me. It brought my mood down. It made me very depressed, even more than what I was. And I had little hope that I would ever get back to what I was in 2008. The social anxiety is something that's carried on with me. Even after losing all of the weight, I still have a hard time talking to people. It took me a while to really be able to have conversations with people and hold conversations with people and realize that I don't look like I did anymore, and that I look skinny and healthier, and that people aren't constantly judging me. But the social anxiety is one thing that's stuck around. The depression is something that will always be there, but I've learned to get a hold on it better. I can still remember my first time walking around the block. with no back pain, no getting out of breath. It was one of the best days ever, because it was the realization that this surgery and the progress I was making was actually really benefiting myself and my life. I remember when I was bigger, I would pray to God every night to just send someone or something, anything, to help me get my life back on track, because everything I was trying at the time wasn't working, and it was constantly discouraging. I had lost hope for a very long time, and this surgery gave me hope again. I remember in 2012, I wasn't even close to at my heaviest weight, but we had trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I would have to stop pretty much right in the beginning of the warm-ups, right at the beginning of class, because I couldn't keep up. I would be out of breath, my back would hurt, my feet would hurt, and it just sucked. And now we started training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu again last year, and I can do the warm-ups. I can keep up with everything that I once couldn't, and then some. And it's such a blessing. And I can keep up with Julian, this crazy busy little 2-year-old who's all over the place. And again, such a blessing. This surgery has saved my life in so many ways. It has given me a second chance at life. It's given me a new lease on life. It's taught me to be humble and to be kind, because you never know what other people are going through. One thing I can say though is that I do love myself again. And I thank God for that every day. I thank God that He allowed me to find that this surgery existed, because I had no clue. I'd gone to my doctor so many times complaining about my weight and asking for them to help me, and they just prescribed me pills and said try this. They suggested diet and exercise, which, you know, I did do. I did try and do. But they never once told me that this surgery was a thing. And when I found out about it, I immediately called them and said, I want this surgery, can you please refer me? And they did right away. I wish they would have told me about it sooner, because my weight just kept going up and up and up. And I called, and it was a year-long process, and my weight skyrocketed in that year, because food addiction is a very real thing, and it's a hard one to overcome by yourself. But I did it. And you know, if you're struggling with your weight, there's help out there. You're not alone in this. You can overcome it. And I'm not saying go out and have surgery or anything like that. You know, for me, surgery was a life or death thing. I believe, and I honestly believe that if I did not have this surgery, I would have been dead in a year. I would wake up not breathing constantly. I was just so unhealthy. So surgery is really a last resort after you try everything else and you exhaust all of your other options. But just know that you're not alone, and you can overcome anything that you put your mind to. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's hard. You cry, you get angry, but you keep going, because you want better for yourself, and you want better for your friends and your family and those who love you. So please don't give up, and please continue on. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Have a wonderful night, and be blessed. Bye. And if you could, please like this video, drop a comment, click subscribe, and click that little bell so you can get notified when I upload my next video. Love you guys.